following may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Store attendant wounded during robbery at PHATS International. A store attendant remains hospitalized at the San Fernando General Hospital after being during a robbery yesterday. Anim Singh, 34, suffered a wound to his chest while struggling with a masked assailant at his workplace at PHATS International Footwear and Clothing Store along Cacique Street, Princestown. Surveillance footage from the store showed Singh, a relative of the proprietor, standing next to another employee behind the cashier's counter checking a book around 10:40 a.m. An assailant wearing a camouflage face mask walked into the store and immediately pointed his weapon at Singh. As Singh raised his hand, the assailant approached him and snatched his gold chain from around his neck. As the assailant tried to run off, Singh attempted to grab him. However, the assailant once in the chest and escaped. It was total mayhem as customers fled the store while the clerk took out her phone and called the police. Corporal Rananan and other officers from the Princestown Court and Process Unit, together with PC Budram and PC Ramlochan of the Southern Division Task Force, responded and placed Singh in the back of the police vehicle and took him to the Princestown District Health Facility. Medical staff attended to him before transferring him to the San Fernando General Hospital. Crime scene investigators found one spent shell at the scene. Princestown police searched the area for the assailant, who wore a dark-colored T-shirt, pair of blue three-quarter jeans, and a pair of black slides. Up to news time, however, police were unable to locate the suspect. I know the other employee was really scared and confused, but did she just walk past her co-worker without checking if he was alive? Please let me know in the comment section. Curepe man erased at Gate Boys Bar in St. Augustine. A Curepe man carrying out repair works at Gate Boys Bar in St. Augustine was erased on Tuesday afternoon. Police said Sherwin Julian, 33, who lived at Watt Street, Curepe, was several times by two assailants who entered the establishment around 4:30 p.m. The popular bar was filled with patrons at the time, but no cash or valuables were taken from anyone. Eyewitness accounts claimed Julian had been standing inside the building, reviewing work that had already been done and outlining to the employer how continuing works would be affected, when two masked, armed assailants entered the southern side of the building. The men walked up to Julian and opened fire on him. As Julian fell to the ground, they stood over him and continued before escaping in the same direction they entered. The assailants reportedly fled in a waiting vehicle that had blocked the entrance to the bar, which borders the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. Forensic personnel processed the scene and collected 21 spent shells. A 55-year-old Curepe man, who's a regular patron of the bar, described the incident as a movie come to life. I never go through something like this ever. You does see them so in movies. It was just bang, 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 bang. My ears were ringing. I never hear of before. I nearly couldn't crawl under the table, yes? Asked if he had known Julian personally, the patron said he knew him from seeing him around. Extending condolences to Julian's family, he ended. He was just standing there talking. Life so short, and these people out here just erasing for so, no regard for anybody. 10-year-old injured after dangerous horseplay. The Child Protection Unit is investigating an incident in which a 10-year-old boy was injured after reportedly off a roof of an unfinished building in Carenage. The incident occurred around 5:50 p.m. on Tuesday at Upper Landsmitten Road. The child's mother reported to police that they had just arrived home when the victim and his 12-year-old brother went onto the roof to play, when he reportedly from the building. A retired medical practitioner who lives nearby was alerted and rendered assistance until the emergency health services arrived. Tests performed at the Mount Hope Children's Hospital revealed that the child sustained a swollen left ankle and was experiencing severe back pains. No signs of head trauma were reported at the time. The child remained at the hospital and was placed under observation on Tuesday night. He was due to be released yesterday. Corporal Davis Guerrera of the CPU is continuing inquiries. Belmont taxi driver erased by passenger. A Belmont man who was in the back while driving has died. According to a police report, Ricardo Simon was driving along Hermitage Road, Gonzales, around 10:30 p.m. on August 2 when the suspect, who was seated in the back seat, opened fire on him. This caused Simon to lose control and collide with an oncoming vehicle. The driver of the oncoming vehicle crashed into two parked cars before that vehicle landed on its roof. Officers from the Belmont Police Station and Port of Spain Task Force responded and took Simon to the Port of Spain General Hospital, where he later succumbed to his injuries. Police are searching for a motive and the suspect. Two police officers granted $3.6 million bail in corruption case. Two police officers have been placed on a joint $3.6 million in bail and are expected to appear before the Tunapuna and Arima Magistrates Court next month to answer 7 charges of misbehavior in public office and unlawfully and dishonestly agreeing to accept and receive monies. According to a statement from the TTPS, PC Ronald Ransom, 27, and PC Rishi Mohan, 36, were both granted $18 million bail, each with a surety to cover all charges, by Justices of the Peace Marlon Martin and Abram Ali, respectively, at the St. Joseph Police Station. According to police reports, during the month of April 2022, a man met 2 of the officers at a location in North Trinidad where they allegedly solicited $700,000 from him to forego prosecution in the investigation of a criminal matter. The man told investigators that over a period of time, he allegedly made 5 payments totaling $201,100 to 2 police officers. A report was made to the police and an exercise was conducted by officers of the Professional Standards Bureau. An investigation was spearheaded by Acting Senior Superintendent Suzette Martin, supervised by Superintendent Montrechard, and included Inspector Nareen, Acting Sergeant Mohammed, Acting Corporals Joefield and Sampson. PCs Mohan and Ransom were arrested on July 26 and subsequently charged by PC Horsford on August 1st, following the advice from Director of Public Prosecutions Roger Gaspard SC.